Alright guys, so just to recap what we've been doing so far before you get on with today. We looked at doing a chord sequence and making sure that it matches up whenever we add an instrument. So I'm going to go for C, A minor, F and G. C, A minor, F, G. I'm going to choose smart piano. Remember to press the chords at the top. Not here, but at the top of the chord. This gets the whole chord. So C, A minor, F, G. A minor, F, and G. Right, so there's that. I can leave that playing, but I'm just going to stop it for now so that you can hear my voice properly. And then I'm going to add bass. We'll add a smart bass as well, just to give it some more depth. I'm going to use the same chord progression. So let's see what it sounds like. Let's try a different one. Yeah, I want it to sound like that, a little bit more intense because it's got those eighth notes. Da, 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 da. So here we go. C, A minor, F and G. Alright, so now we've got piano and bass. I'm going to add some drums. So I think it's very easy to use the beat sequencer. You could try classic acoustic drums. Doesn't quite fit. Don't want that. I want something electronic because I'm going to go for an electronic sound. Nah. That'll do, minimalist. Right, I'm going to go for that. So I'm going to record that in. I just press record, dead easy. And it automatically does it. You can change things if you want. Mess around with it. Okay, so there's my drums and there's all my stuff. You can see it all if you click on the track view. Here we have 3 tracks: piano, bass, drums. Now obviously if you want to change the instrument sound, you can double tap on the piano for example, and I can just change what this sounds like to a different instrument. So I might want to choose something like this. Now whatever you want, it's just a preference. For me, I like to hear instruments individually. So if I go back to here and I open up this side panel, I want to hear just the synth. And I can really hear it and decide if I like it or not. So I'm going to double tap and I'm going to see which instrument I really want to have so I can hear it clearly. I'm going to go for that. So let's see what that sounds like in the mix when I hear all the tracks. I'm going to go for that for now. Now, today's task, today's challenge. I want you to think about adding sections. So, we're going to go here. Oops, so we're not going to go there. You see the plus right in the top corner? I don't know if you can see that. There's a tiny plus sign right there. So we're going to click there, if I can on this iPad. And we're going to add some sections. So I'm going to add and add. Now, when I add sections, if I just touch the screen, it automatically will go only to the section that is highlighted here. So it says section C. So if I just touch the screen, I can now only see section C. Like, where's all my stuff? So click on plus again. This is where you see the sections. I want to see all sections. That means when I touch the screen again, I can see section A here. And then we've got section B just here and section C. And we're going to try to build the song. So how do I want to start this song? Maybe I just want to start with the bass, and I don't want the piano to start until section B. When you're moving things around, make sure that it starts, oops, I'll just undo that. Make sure it starts at the correct section. So I want this to start at section B, and I want the drums to come in section C. So now I've got drums, then piano, so I've got bass, then piano, then drums. But I would like the bass to continue. So instead of stretching it, which doesn't always work, what I want you to do is double tap, copy. And then I'm going to move the timeline at the top. If you just tap where it says B, you can now see that if I double tap now, I can paste that onto section B. So now I've got the bass first, then I've got piano and drums. Now I want those two to play again here when the drums come in. So I'm going to do, now you can do two things. You can highlight two together and double tap, or you can just do one at a time. So I've copied those two, I'll move the timeline to here, double tap, paste. So now I've got a little bit of a bass introduction, then the piano comes in, then the piano, bass and drums. Let's see what it sounds like. Skip on a bit. Obviously it's hard to hear the bass with just the iPad, but if you've got your headphones, it'll be much better. And then the drums. So this is how we're going to build our song. We're going to have a little introduction, and then next week we'll start talking about lyrics and melodies. Okay, so today, just make sure you've got your piano part chords, make sure that the bass that you add matches up to the chord sequence or the chord progression, and then add your drums, and then clicking add, you can see your sections. If you just want to work on one section and mess around with that, for example, I want to just look at section B, then I can touch the screen and it will just show me section B. The other things are just there, but it's just zooming in on section B. All right, guys, hope that makes some kind of sense. Today, please add some sections, play around with the structure a little bit, and decide on an instrument sound. Don't add too much. Sometimes less is more.